President Trump has announced his administration will increase rapid testing for COVID-19. Getting test results right away could help schools and high-risk communities. Jennifer Bellamy has the latest from the president's news conference today. Jennifer.
Cheryl, we're talking about 150 million Abbott rapid point of care tests to be distributed all over the country. And Governor Kemp says Georgia will receive 3 million of those tests in the next 3 to 4 months. The president says the results will be back in minutes, 15 tops, with no machines required. President Trump made the announcement from the Rose Garden this afternoon, calling it a massive and groundbreaking expansion of testing. His administration says those tests will be distributed in the coming weeks. He says it amounts to more than double the number of tests already performed. The administration warned that the number of cases could rise, though, with the increased testing, but said they will focus on getting these new tests to high-risk communities in need, like nursing homes, assisted living facilities, as well as historically black colleges and universities. President Trump also saying the majority of these tests will go to states' efforts to reopen schools and economies.
The support my administration is providing would allow every state to, on a very regular basis, test every teacher who needs it. This continues our critical effort to use testing to protect high-risk communities.
And when it comes to a vaccine, the president said after FDA approval, they would begin distribution within 24 hours. He also said millions of doses would be made available before the end of the year. Still, some of the country's health experts have pushed back against that timeline, and the top companies worldwide that are working to develop vaccines have said they will not move forward until they are sure their vaccines work and are safe.
All right, Jennifer, thank you.